In other words, in the autopsies, of which I have 2, we found out that their digestive system is atrophied. They can't eat through their mouth anymore. You know how they eat? Well, these cattle mutilations, they take the hormones and the enzymes from those cattle and they spread it on their skin, and their skin absorbs the nutrients and then excretes the waste back through their skin. And if you read Whitley Strieber's book or listen to him talk, he talks about when he's seen them.
In July of 1979, C.E. Potts, a rancher in Walsenburg, Colorado, was devastated to find one of his cherished bulls dead under mysterious circumstances. There were no signs of blood, predators, or struggle. The bull's sexual organs and one eye had been removed with surgical precision, leaving Potts baffled and searching for answers. On September 16, 1982, in Calhoun, Colorado, husband and wife Bill and Linda DeZuras made a shocking discovery. Their 6-year-old cow had been brutally mutilated. The couple had checked on all of their cows at noon, but around 5 p.m., on his way to town, Bill saw one of their cows lying dead on a ridge. After alerting Linda to the situation, she found that the cow had half of its udders surgically removed. Its stomach cavity was visible, the rectum had been partially removed, the eyes were bulging out, and there was no sign of blood or signs of a struggle. Unfortunately, this wasn't the first time they had experienced such a horrific occurrence. In late 1979, they found 2 of their 1-year-old heifers lying dead in a pasture with their rectums gored out. These strange occurrences of animal mutilation originally gained widespread attention in September of 1967 in San Luis, Colorado, when Harry King, who was taking care of his sister Nellie's 3-year-old Appaloosa horse named Lady, made a gruesome discovery. Lady, later nicknamed Snippet by the media, was found dead with her head stripped to the bone. The scene was eerie, as there was no blood found on or around the body, and the flesh was removed in a precise and meticulous manner. Nellie reported discovering that a 3-foot bush and other shrubs within a 10-foot radius of the scene were flattened within 10 inches of the ground. In addition, Nellie discovered gelatinous green masses and a piece of metal covered in horsehair on the bushes. Touching them created a burning sensation on her hands, subsiding only after washing them. Since the discovery of the mutilated horse called Snippet in 1967, over 10,000 cases of animal mutilation have been reported in various countries worldwide, including Brazil, Argentina, Australia, and the United Kingdom. These cases share common characteristics such as precise surgical-like cuts on the animals, the removal of the tongue and sexual organs, the absence of blood, and no signs of struggle or predator attacks. Strangely, in all cases, scavengers avoid the corpses, adding to the mysterious nature of these occurrences. Nevertheless, the frequency of these cases and the level of attention they receive from the media and law enforcement officials vary depending on the country and region. Investigators have often speculated about the cause of animal mutilations, with some suggesting that lasers may be used due to the bloodless nature of the cuts. Pathology exams have confirmed in some cases that the cuts were made with heat energy. However, one puzzling aspect is the absence of carbon residue at the cut lines. Since life on Earth is carbon-based, laser surgery typically leaves black carbon on surgical excisions, which can be seen under a microscope. This absence of carbon residue raises questions about the nature and origin of the cutting tool used in these mutilations. Reports of tripod tracks have been discovered near some of the mutilated cows, indicating that an object or craft may have been stationed in the vicinity. In addition, witnesses have reported sightings of bright circular lights in the sky, UFOs, and silent black helicopters, all occurring in the same areas and at the same times as the mutilations. These accounts suggest a possible correlation between the unexplained phenomena and the mutilations, raising questions about their origin and purpose. Theories as to who was perpetrating these crimes range from cults to the government, while others propose that natural predators or scavengers are responsible. The sheer number of cases reported from all over the world, spanning decades, and the precision of the cuts inflicted on the animals have largely eliminated cults and predators as plausible suspects. Many law enforcement officials assigned to investigate these crimes also reject the theory of government involvement, citing the improbability of governments carrying out such activities in uncontrolled environments. The scope of this phenomenon suggests that government involvement would require multiple governments to collude and coordinate the activities in secret, while also leaving the evidence of their actions to be discovered by anyone, an unlikely scenario. Given the implausibility of terrestrial explanations, many have speculated that extraterrestrial beings may be behind the incidents. In a 1987 interview with journalist George Knapp, John Lear, a renowned pilot, former Senate candidate, and UFO researcher, advanced a theory regarding the animal mutilations, positing that extraterrestrials were responsible for the heinous acts. Lear hypothesized that these beings were conducting mutilations either to obtain food or to perform genetic experimentation. He also made the startling claim that 2 autopsies of gray aliens revealed that their digestive systems are atrophied, rendering them unable to consume food through their mouths. According to Lear, the purpose of cow mutilations is to extract hormones and enzymes from the animals, which the extraterrestrials then absorb through their skin, as they, in turn, excrete waste through their skin. Field investigator Gene Bilodeau, who works for BLT Research Inc., collected tissue, grass, and soil samples from the site of a disturbing discovery made by Gene and Bill Barton on the Barton Ranch in Red Bluff, California, located south of Redding in 1997. While checking their cattle from horseback at their winter ranch, the Bartons stumbled across their 2,000-pound Black Angus bull dead and mutilated in a remote field littered with volcanic rocks. The location was so inaccessible that it could only be reached on foot or horseback. Bilodeau's examination of the scene led her to discover an unusual black and hardened substance on the bull's chest and testicles. Subsequent analysis by biophysicist W.C. Levengood confirmed that the substance was pure bovine hemoglobin, which could only be produced through complex laboratory centrifuge processes. Nancy Talbot of the BLT research team questioned how a laboratory on wheels or a lab in a helicopter could have possibly accessed such a remote location. Levengood, who is based in Grass Lake, Michigan, has dedicated his efforts to unraveling the complex set of energies that appear to be involved in animal mutilations. To that end, he has conducted extensive research on soil and grass samples collected from various mutilation sites. Levengood's findings consistently indicate a pattern of respiration changes in plant cell mitochondria, which he believes are linked to the mutilations. Royce J. Myers, a former public safety official with a background in law enforcement and forensics, has conducted extensive field investigations into cattle mutilations in collaboration with the BLT research team. According to Myers, the discovery of processed hemoglobin on the buttocks of the Barton's cow suggests that an advanced airborne craft utilizing microwave-like technology is responsible for the killings and mutilations. Journalist and filmmaker Linda Moulton Howe reported that between May 1979 and January 1980, over 30 cattle in Canada suffered the same fate. Iowa experienced 8 mutilations at the end of 1979, while in the same year, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska, and Texas all reported similar incidents. In her highly acclaimed 1980 documentary, A Strange Harvest, Howe interviewed former Sheriff Tex Graves, who attested to investigating 93 cattle mutilation cases in Logan County, Colorado alone. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of this strange phenomenon. From 1995 to 2006, Gene and Bill Barton suffered the loss of 32 of their cattle to mutilation. Meanwhile, a few miles north, a rancher in Anderson, California, also reported similar incidents in 1999 and 2004. In September 2018, in North Queensland, Australia, 2 cows were discovered that had been gruesomely mutilated, with their entire udders, ears, and tongues removed. In the summer of 2019, on Sylvie's Valley Ranch in Oregon, 5 young purebred bulls were found dead under mysterious circumstances. They had been drained of blood, and their bodies showed signs of precise removal of body parts. In October 2020, in Comanche County, Oklahoma, Cody Zimmerman and his wife discovered 2 of their baby calves with their hearts, tongues, testicles, and penises cut out. Cody went on to say that it looked like one of the calves' hooves had gone through a cheese grater. In February and March 2021, in Crook County, Oregon, 3 cows were found with mutilations, including clean, straight incisions across the spine, odd puncture wounds, and udders, teats, tongues, and sexual organs removed. In 2022, 2 8-year-old girls in Delta Junction, Alaska, discovered the corpse of Tangi and Matt Bates's lactating female cow. Her ears were missing, and her udder, reproductive organs, and eyes had been surgically removed, along with the backstraps. As recently as April 2023, a disturbing incident occurred in Madison County, Texas, when a cow was discovered with a precise and straight cut that had removed the hide around its mouth on one side, leaving the meat beneath untouched, as well as the complete removal of its tongue without any blood spill. Law enforcement officials reported no signs of struggle or tracks, and the surrounding grass was undisturbed, while ranchers mentioned that the cow had been left to decay for several weeks with no scavenging from predators or birds. Madison County authorities investigating the cow's death discovered 5 more similar incidents in the nearby Brazos and Robertson counties, each from different herds and pastures. According to the release from Madison County Sheriff's Office, all the cows were found in the same condition, lying on one side with the exposed side of their face cut along the jawline and their tongues completely removed. 2 of the cows had their genitalia and rectums removed with the same precise circular cut noted around the jawlines of the others. Despite the alarming nature of these mutilations, there were no signs of struggle or disturbance in the surrounding area, and the cause of their deaths remains unknown. Authorities have reported similar incidents happening across the country, and they are actively working with other agencies to find answers and solve the mystery. The mystery surrounding animal mutilations continues to linger despite numerous investigations and theories. The possibility that extraterrestrial beings are behind these incidents is both fascinating and chilling, as it suggests that we are not alone in the universe and that there may be beings out there with advanced technologies and capabilities beyond our comprehension. While it is challenging to prove or disprove such claims, the fact that conventional explanations for these occurrences seems highly unlikely is unsettling. Are we at the mercy of unknown forces that can operate on our planet with impunity? Will we ever be able to unravel the truth behind these events, or are we doomed to remain in the dark? The implications of these mysteries are profound, and they demand our attention and investigation.